My name is Harry, and I'm from London.
Meghan Markle here.
Today is November 28, 2023. It is 1:40 a.m. I should be actually editing a video that I recorded yesterday afternoon, but there are so many things going on Twitter and I want to read them. So I was like, you know what? Let me just record while I'm reading them. And I made a list. I went through them and I made a list. I have about 12 tweets that related to Omid's book, and I have 2 tweets that regarding mental health. One of them, it's a long thread, and it was back in 2021, and I wanted to read it, and I want to share it with you. That's from Royal Suitor, so that would be my first one right here. And then right after I finish read it, there's a tweet regarding Jeremy Clarkson, which I already shared on my community board with you. And, who knows what I'm going to say, because it's making reference to mental health. So I thought I just put them together. So there's a possibility these 2 tweets might be one video, and then the rest might be another video. Who knows? Let's see how much time I could spend on it. Okay, so there's my back end. 3,564 subscribers, new subscribers, welcome. My estimate, I really don't know what's going on with this. It stays in the 200. Okay, so let's see my analytics. Okay, so not much traction. Views in the last 48 hours, 2,637. So I don't understand how I'm getting that much, that amount of views, but yet my subscription is growing. I don't understand. Something is not right. Okay, so there's the subscription here, 3,564. So let's go on Twitter. I'm gonna tackle the thread first. It was back in 2021. I don't know why it appeared on my timeline. So this is it right here from the Telegraph, and Royal Suitor tweeted it back in March 11, 2021. Okay, 18 months ago, I sat with a woman as she told me about the moment she had asked for help for her mental health, only to be denied it. I remember quite clearly the visceral feeling I had in my stomach as she explained to me what she'd been told to suck it up. Okay, so let's see here. I believe this is when Meghan was going through her issues in the UK. Right, quote, "No can do. The feeling was visceral because, like many people who have experienced mental illness, I know what a colossal task it is to admit you're in trouble with your mental health. I also know what an absolute kick in the teeth it is to then be dismissed, shut down, and denied that help." Okay, so there's a screenshot here. Almost 18 months ago, I sat on the sofa. Is that the same thing? Yeah, the same thing that I just read. Okay, a mental health campaigner people came to me. Mental health campaigner people come to me. I skipped this because I think that's what I just read on the thing, on the caption. As mental health campaigner, people come to me with these problems quite a lot, but I had never imagined that Meghan Markle would be one of them. I remember the call I received from an aide one Friday night in October 2019, asking if I might be free to go to Frogmore Cottage and have a cup of tea with a Duchess over the next few days. I met Meghan on a number of occasions by this point, and enjoy a chatty lunch with her where we talk about yoga and share monkfish. Arrangements were made. I turned up in Windsor a couple of days later with a box of chocolate, brownies, and what I hope was a friendly demeanor. Like Meghan, I love rescuing things. The most surprising thing about the various meetings I've had with Meghan and Harry over the years has always been how very normal they both are. That day, as she shared her mental health issues, things were no different. Mental health, I have found, is a great leveler. The problems you hear tend to be the same wherever you are speaking to a duke, a duchess, or a supermarket delivery driver. Meghan told me many of the things she told Oprah on Sunday night and expressed her dismay and bafflement over some of the responses to her. I felt desperately sad for her and wanted to offer some sort of advice. I am afraid to say I could come up with nothing more constructive than, okay, why don't you jack it all in? Okay. I had a hug with Archie. Harry gave me a lift to my Uber, which was waiting at the gates of Windsor Castle, and we spoke about their recent tour of South Africa. Harry spoke lovingly of the impression that his wife made on the young girls they met and how she didn't understand the impact she had, but we also discussed guinea pigs. Yeah, I think I remember this part here. Guinea pig. I had just taken delivery of some of my daughter, and Harry fondly recalled that he and William had kept them as pet when they were children. This to me sums up the madness of life as a royal. One minute you are navigating your relationship with the world's media, the next you are chatting about a small fluffy pet. Yeah, I remember reading this. Yeah. Okay, so I thought I didn't read that before, but I think I read that already. Wow, my throat is itchy all of a sudden. Okay, it's hard to underline how admirable and human I find the two of them, because every time I do this, I am met with the eye roll and prejudgment that no amount of defending will ever be able to cut through. But my only job is to speak as I find and what I have always found. From the moment I started working with Harry on the Heads Together campaign back in 2016 up until today, are two convivial, good-natured humans who are trying to do their best, however ill-timed that may look to a public who has perhaps learned more about the royal family in the past 24 hours than in the past 24 years. Words such as shocked and surprised have been bandied about by many, but for me, as someone who knows people on both sides of this story, my biggest feeling is sadness. Sad for Meghan and Harry, of course, but also for William and Catherine and a family who, for whatever reason, were unable to see a third way through this. It is the thing now, okay? This was back in 2021. Knowing what we know now, all of this was unnecessary. It seems like William had nothing to do, okay? He created this unnecessary problem on himself. He could have just mind his own business, go party, go do all the other thing. But he felt like he had to insert this nonsense into Harry and Meghan.
And remember, the purpose of the PR office at the royal family is to keep the royals in the press all the time. So you have to remember, when I work in newsrooms, it's a fact that every anti-Harry and Meghan story comes from Kensington Palace.
Unnecessary. Okay? You don't have to be on any particular side to see this interview on Oprah as the mere tip of an iceberg that is loaded with endless pain. Quote, are you Team Sussex or Team Cambridge? I was asked recently by a royal documentary maker, to which my only real answer was, can I be Team Human? Yeah, I remember reading that. Now that I'm reading it now, I remember reading it. So if some of you didn't come across it, so that's why I'm finishing it. Okay, any woman is vulnerable when they are pregnant, let alone one who have moved across an ocean and giving up there's the thing here. Giving up a career.
Also giving up your
nice.
career.
Yes, that's nice. Yes. But I don't see it as giving anything up. I just see it as a change.
It's a new challenge. It's a new
chapter, right? And also keep in mind, I've been working on my show for 7 years. So we are very, very fortunate to be able to have that sort of longevity on a series. And for me, once we hit the 100 episode marker, I thought, you know what, I have ticked this box, and I feel really proud of the work I've done there. And now it's time to, as you said, work as a team with you. Yeah.
But to be with a man whose family you have to curtsy to, there was always going to be a clash of culture here. But knowing what we know now, Meghan had embraced that to a certain extent, right? But because she took this so well, she navigated to that life so well, they had to put an extra hurdle for her So she was supposed to be struggle from the beginning, but she did so well from the beginning. So to give her the problem or struggle that they hope she will have, so they create a problem for her. Okay, all of this nonsense that happened should never have happened at all. If they had been front, real with her, she knows she's not welcome or whatever, she could have turned around and mind her own business. And if Harry wants to follow, Harry could have followed. But instead, they're doing all this nonsense. I don't understand this. For these people who feel like they are above the law, they could do whatever they want. But why they can't be honest? If they feel so proud of who they are and the thing, they had to do all this tactical kind of secrecy, this nonsense. All right, let's continue. Whether she should have been more prepared for the job of a duchess can be argued about by experts on royal protocol, of which I am not, but it is clear that in Meghan, the monarchy had opportunity to move with the time, and for everybody see it but them. Okay, and for some reason they decided to let it go. That's it. From the start, she was enthusiastic and energetic, buzzing with ideas about charitable causes. Okay, we've seen that as well.
Your voice, what do you want to do with it?
I mean, I think what's been really exciting as we talk about the transition of this out of my career but into the role is that, as you said, the causes that have been very important to me I can focus even more energy on, because very early out of the gate, I think you realize once you have access or a voice that people are willing to listen to, with that comes a lot of responsibility, which I take seriously. And at the same time, I think in these beginning few months and now being boots on the ground in the UK, I'm excited to just really get to know more about the different communities here, smaller organizations who are working on the same causes that I've always been passionate about under this umbrella. And also being able to go around to the Commonwealth. I think it's just the beginning of a...
There's a lot to do. There's a lot to do.
Causes that could be supported. Here was a woman who had considerable experience of public life, unlike others who had married into the royal family before her. But as she said in the Oprah interview, it was suggested that she stay out of the limelight. I was everywhere but nowhere. I remember that. She explained, before adding poignantly that all the drama seemed to be happening just because I was breathing. Wow. Okay, let's continue with the screenshot. The sense of permanently being somehow faulty or wrong is one of those who have suffered mental illness will know well. To have admitted that there was a problem, one that Meghan described as making her feeling ashamed, was absolutely essential. To have then had that problem dismissed, as she says happened, and she asked for help, makes me wince. And the same way I wince when someone in distress tells me about being ignored by their partner, mom, dad, or GP. Okay, grandparents. Sadly, it happened to people all the time, and Meghan helped everyone. The royal family included, by talking about it. Today, Meghan has risked being dismissed all over again. She knows that her critics will double down and that they will probably switch from throwing stones to throwing rocks. But to her, that is not the reason to avoid talking about these things. In fact, it's more of a reason to talk about them. Yeah, she was right. What is it? They were making fun of her, mocking her. The only person who had a platform who spoke well about it, what's his name? Is it Hugh Jackman? Wolverine, what's his name? I think it's Hugh Jackman, the Australian guy. Okay, I remember him making that selfie video, okay, about mental health. Okay, within hours of the interview being aired, the usual suspects were pumping out their bullet, describing the interview as disgraceful and even going as far as accusing Meghan of lying. I know this will be upset Meghan, but I'm pretty sure it won't surprise her anymore. As the couple were told again and again when asked for help, this is just how it is. These are all baggage for God to deal with. Give these people... Give them something to preoccupy themselves, because they refuse to let people live their lives. Is this that I find so disturbing, that in the year 2021, our grasp on mental health issue is still so weak that in many quarters, it is simply easier to belittle those who talk about having them than it is to feel any compassion for them. And this is why I said the royal family should be nowhere near near any mental health organization. Should never be near it, because these people inflict pain onto people. They put people into need of mental health because they do not know how to be compassionate and understanding.
And I made the grave mistake once of saying to a child I was thick as a plank in order to ease the child's nervousness, of which it did. But that headline went all around the world, and I rather regret saying it.
Okay, much of the response to this interview is similar to the 1,000 of people experience every day. Pipe down, know your place, shut up, stop complaining, and do what you're told. Like as if, okay, if what they were telling you makes sense or reasonable, at least you will listen to them. But these people, they leading you to a ditch. That's all they do, leading everyone to a ditch for them to look good. I don't freaking understand that freaking mentality. Everyone around them is crazy, but they're the only one who's somewhat, I don't know, the genius of the universe. They are freaking bottom feeder of bottom feeder. I could never understand this. To look good for what? They doing stupid things left and right, but yet they want people to admire them. I don't freaking understand this. Okay, let's continue. I'm doing that little giggle in a bit because I'm thinking when I start talking about these things, how my voice get hyped up, right, and then I go back to normal. Let's continue. During the interview, Harry wondered out loud if we had learned nothing. By the end of it, I think I had learned this, that as is almost always the case with life, there are no winners or losers here, just a bunch of glorious, messy humans trying to do their best. It is the same for most people, regardless of money or occupation. I just wish that, like Meghan, more of us were able to ask for help, and that, unlike Meghan, more of us were able to get it. Until then, these shocking and surprising conversations aren't going anywhere, and whether they are outside or inside the royal family, they will always need to be had. Yeah, I remember reading this. So let's see here. Meghan told me many things. She told Oprah on Sun and expressed her dismay and bafflement over some of the responses to her. I felt desperately sad for her and wanted to offer some sort of advice I could come up with. Nothing but constructive. Then why don't you jack it all in? Okay, I think she's repeating some of the things that I've already read on the screenshot. Okay, this was a best read from Briony with insight into the convos Harry and Meghan having before they step back. Below is why Briony wrote in October 2019 when she accompanied Meghan on a visit to Lomanu Bakery. I thought some of her comments projected her feeling onto Meghan. I was wrong. Okay, so there's this here. Tanya had been a victim of domestic violence for a decade. Society judges women for staying in an abusive relationship. She says to me and the Duchess, quote, "But I don't ever feel judged here. I feel I can be free. I feel I can be myself." Okay, more receipts are pouring in. How long will the royal family deny this failure? How cruelly will they spend it? I mean, knowing what we know now, this is back in 2021. We are in 2023. All right, so they double it down. They never do anything wrong. Okay, let's see here. I've just read this. I bet the derangers were calling this lies, even though it's someone who deals with mental health and said what we all are saying. She is really sweet and down to earth and had lots of ideas for charitable causes, but they hated her being in the limelight. Okay, I'm telling you, they deprived the British people from some good things that Meghan could have done for them. Look at the few moments she was there. The cookbook, what was the other one? Smart work, and all of this she's done for that short period of time. All right, they deprived the British people from the things that Meghan could have done for them. All right, so that's that. There's some more comment, but let's leave that alone. Now, this is the thing regarding Jeremy Clarkson here. Alright, so there's this here. I only wish Jeremy Clarkson the thing he wished for our good sis. Alright, so OK Magazine is saying here, the Grand Tour Jeremy Clarkson shares dementia fears as he admits my body doesn't really work anymore. For me, what I think is happening here, just like Martin Brenning, that's what's his name, Dan Wooten, and was it Schofield or something like that, his name, that presenter, where once they start who was having the affair with that young man, okay, when these people get caught up, they remove themselves from the limelight, and then they do that sympathy tour, and then when they come back, they come back with their sad story, and then they go back to their same always again. This is what I think is happening here. Okay, people supposed to feel sorry for him. Meanwhile, they'll rip people's heart out without any second thought. These people are freaking barbaric. I feel no sorry for him. The only thing that I see here he's doing, he's taking advantage or manipulating the word dementia. Meanwhile, there's people who truly need it and cannot get help, or perhaps be dismissive because of people like him who keep on using and abusing those kind of things. Alright, so there's here Putang. Yep, there's that. Sam Sis. I've got my load of crap ready. Yes, and that's it. Nothing more. Same as he wished to her. Alright, so there's more comment. You know, if he is going through that, you know, I'm just gonna leave that to God to deal with him, but I'm not gonna add just in case if it is true. Okay, but these people are vicious. They manipulate word like the mental health kind of thing with William. They abuse it, pretend they're helping people, but in the background they inflicting some unnecessary burden onto people to need mental health. All right, so now should I leave this as that? Maybe I'll do that. Let's leave this as that, as one video, and then I'll continue. Oh, there's not that much. Let's see if I could squeeze in. Okay, let's squeeze it in. All right. Now we're doing was it Endgame? So there's that here. This is Professor who tweeted Taylor Swift tweet here. Okay, comma is the Ginger Prince on the screen leaving the UK with me. All right. So where is it? Comma is the Ginger Prince on the screen leaving the UK with me. And my next tweet will be that, okay, because I have it on the list as well. All right, let me read some of the comments here. Yes, this is a Lee Littman Appreciation Week. Okay, I don't know anything about that. For real though. She was busy washing her hair. The Australian veteran actress and pop singer Kylie Minogue also declined, allegedly advised that her performing at the event will not be perceived well by some of her countrymen women with the growing independent sentiment away from the monarchy. Okay, there's Princess Diana. Tell Charles it was me. I want him to know it was me. Okay, good for her. All right, so there's more comment. Let's go into this to read some of the comments and as well. So what Ginger Prince? There's no Ginger Prince. I don't know. I mean, he looked ridiculous on this thing. Okay, according to royal expert Omid Scobie. So I guess Taylor Swift, is that her original thing? Society, is it a fan page? I don't know. If okay, 583 followers, usually followed by Taylor version. Okay, if it was Taylor Swift original Twitter account, it will have millions because I think she has a lot of fans. So this is probably a fan, according to royal expert Omid Scobie. There's that. Taylor doesn't need to perform to Tampon and his mistress, the Rottweiler. Taylor Swift said, not in the name of our forever Queen of Heart, Princess Diana. Alright, so that's commercial. Let's see here, according to royal expert. Let's go into that. Okay, thanks for sharing. There's that. Alright, so there's that. Okay, let's move on. So that was the second tweet. Okay, so that's the next tweet. The British media are all up and down news, claiming no one is briefing, while claiming William's friend are talking to them about how he supposedly feels. So again, there's no briefing, but people close to Kensington Palace, aka William, are talking. Make it make sense. I'm telling you, they know how to do that whiplash on people. Okay, drip, drip, drip. Let's see here. I just can't wait for Byline to come with, I hope they're doing an investigation in some of these things. Alright, so there's all of this here. Okay, a well-placed source with knowledge of the matter told Byline Times, they threatened the removal of the funding to try and protect the royal household from a potential courtroom scandal with Jones and Wooten very publicly at the center. The actual removal of the funding weeks later was about control. That's all they need to do. They want control of everything. Meanwhile, they're creating chaos and designed to force Harry and Meghan to come back to the senior royal family in the UK where their security will be assured. The source added, the greater truth is that Harry and Meghan make better headline than the King and Camilla or William and Kate. The idea of them still being in public service but aboard and out of control of the institution and dominating the media narrative just gonna happen. That's their undoing. All this were at their doorstep, but they refused. They create unnecessary thing. They wanted her out instead of being upfront with her, create all this drama, unnecessary drama, and then they left, and then the spotlight followed them. Senior members of the family wanted them back after the transition period and were ready to continue playing dirty to make this happen. They never thought the trial period would work and try everything. They refuse to let things work naturally. They always interfering in things, preventing things from working. All this is their doing. Is their own doing, preventing things from work naturally. And then the worst thing is they're not being truthful to the people that they're dealing with. There's always an intention behind the nonsense that they're saying, instead of being truthful and stand firm behind whatever it is that they're saying. Okay, they never thought the trial period would work and try everything to make it fail, starting with the removal of security and then signing off on the 12-month assault by the UK press on Harry and Meghan and everyone in their orbit. My God. My God. I mean, I read this before, but reading it again, it's pure evil. As far as the institution of the monarchy went, the Sussexes had either to be safely in the tent in Britain or cast away and castigated as comprehensively as possible in order to reduce the threat of them eclipsing the rest of the family. But the thing is that they all have the opportunity to shine a bright light on their whatever it is that they're interested in. But every freaking thing that they do is shady. They refuse to understand this. The nonsense that they're doing is shady. Nobody wants to applaud shit. You throw shit away. You throw shit away. You don't applaud shit. So they're doing shitty stuff and they want to be applauded for it. And the worst thing is people are telling them. I don't know if they must read, they must following, whoever's talking about Harry and Meghan. I'm pretty sure they watch some of my channel and many other people who talk about them. So they must know some besides the people around them who yesers kind of people. They must know that the nonsense that they're doing, people are not appreciating of it. So why can't they do good things so people could applaud them? Oh my God.
And when we think about this duty, this role that the king has taken on, what kind of king do you think he'll be?
Well, you know what you're getting because he's been practicing for a bit. And I don't think he'll change. You know, he is committed to his own level of service. That will remain true.
They have the same opportunity as Harry and Meghan. Harry and Meghan are doing their own thing, minding their business, but yet they want the light that is shining on Harry to be on them. In order for them to get it, they feel like they have to destroy. This is pure evil. I can't comprehend this. This is pure evil. Okay, it's no surprise they have endured such a degrading time from such a willing British media when the same just isn't true elsewhere in the world. I mean, those foot soldiers, God needs to give them a baggage to preoccupy them as well. All right, because they don't want who's doing the footwork for the incompetent ones. Okay, the Meghan is a bully story straight from KP, carefully timed Every bad Meghan story ever leaked came from KP, making Kate cry, KP, etc., etc. Don't be naive here. You don't have to have a side to see what's going on. Prince William's staff planted stories about his brother's mental health days after Harry said the feuding royals were on different paths, fighting freedom, author claim. I mean, again, they can't mind their own story, their own business. They are into Harry and Meghan business and creating nonsense, unnecessary burden. This is why they should not be in the mental health aspect at all. They should stay away. Okay, when I work in newsroom, every anti-Harry and Meghan stories came from Kensington Palace. Alright, so I have that video where she's saying that.
The press and the media.
That's
and as
true.
they say at the start of episode 1, they say so many books and shows and stories have been written about us. We wanted to have our own say. And remember, the purpose of the PR office at the royal family is to keep the royals in the press all the time. So you have to remember, when I work in newsrooms, it's a fact that every anti-Harry and Meghan story comes from Kensington Palace.
But why
and if it comes from Kensington Palace,
Right.
why are they briefing against their own grandson?
Well, okay, that's a very the idea.
Why are there never any
Well, I think that's
stories
fascinating.
about Prince William?
Well,
Jeremy?
William and
Okay, receipt. They think that we must have fish brains. We remember that wouldn't say it's coming from the palaces. The Prince and the Press docuseries highlighted this too. My goodness, if those people did the right thing, why are they so triggered of what is the content of Endgame? This is what I'm saying. If they doing the right thing, they don't have nothing to worry about. Alright, William leaked to his close friend and the palace sources that William, will not ever leak stories about his brother and is very sorry to learn that he is being suspected of leaking. Also, he would like to see more stories about him being a sex symbol. And how many so-called royal reporters claim unnamed insider sources leak what Harry and Meghan said, etc. Blame UK media, but US and other countries' media have all come to the same conclusion. Harry and Meghan are globally disliked through their own action. Okay, Harry and Meghan are globally disliked. Okay, if you think that, so why you are into all of their how do you call this, mentions? But anyway, let's go to the next tweet. Okay, so there's that here. Royal reporters, quote, I have direct sources within the palace who are saying that Harry and Meghan absolutely said or did this. Okay, also royal reporters, how dare Omid Scobie even suggest that anyone from the palace was leaking against Harry and Meghan. Okay, so there's that. There's the retweet of Henry VIII. Rebecca English and her colleagues have written thousands of articles claiming to have information from palace aides, including stories that literally says Kensington Palace was leaking point blank. Yeah, we have so many videos of them talking about it, and then they write nonsense left and right. They don't care. I don't think they remember anything that they wrote. Once they put it out there, they're done with, unless if they want to manufacture it, edit it to fit the narrative of the day. Okay, so there's this here, 26 November 2023. Another added, quote, it's one thing writing a critic of the royal family, that's freedom of expression, but it's another thing to peddle conspiracy theories dressed up as fact. The suggestion that royal aides were briefing negative stories about Harry and Meghan is totally fabricated. It just didn't happen. The truth is that everyone was walking on eggshell practically from the engagement, trying to keep them happy. You call this happy? I mean, what? Thank God Harry and Meghan did that docu-series. I mean, this is just a batch job here. They can't walk back with their nonsense. Okay, the British tabloid are the biggest bunch of liars and hypocrites. Wooten is on camera on Meghan Kelly podcast show saying Knopf leaked stories directly to him. It's on video. Wooten also went to university with Knopf, graduated same year and same degree, and both gay, so they knew each other before their job in the UK. Alright, that's an ad. There's the thing here. This is what she's making reference to. Okay, the UK tabloid is all conspiracy theories dressed up as facts. They're scrambling. Alright, Prince William friend then Wooten used to get all the leaks, according to Dan. William banned Meghan from wearing jewelry connected to the royal family. So let's listen to this. I'm not gonna read all of that because I think okay, so there's this toxic crime family. Senior palace source, royal insider, palace source, royal aid. Alright, so let's go to the next tweet. These people are crazy. All these unnecessary. Oh my god, they're getting millions from taxpayers' money to create all this BS. Alright, next tweet. Prince William's friend claimed he never ever briefed against Prince Harry. Laughing my ass off. So how did the stories, private information, things that Harry spoke to only William with, how did these things come out? I mean, whatever. So that's the thing again that I just shared with you. This one is a bit longer. Pause. Okay, if Prince William wanted to lie about anything, this is not it. It's easy to verify when he said he didn't brief against Harry and Meghan. Alright, this one is slightly longer, so let's listen here.
And obviously, it's so much easier for them to blame anything uncomfortable on racism, rather than actually address the fact that much of the negativity towards the couple is coming from within the royal family. The royal family and staff of the royal family are the ones that are very often leaking these stories to the press.
So is it normal for, and do you think it's true, that some of the royal households have been leaking on the other royal households, like Meghan and Harry?
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, yeah, absolutely. I mean, they can deny it all they like till they're blue in the face, but there's been an awful lot of leaking, particularly from Kensington Palace, about how things were developing, and that was a palace that both of them were representing, being represented by the same people.
Got alarmed that this couple were getting bigger than William and Kate, and there was some briefing against them that got completely out of control. And it went very badly for them.
Harry and Meghan became such a popular couple. It put everybody's noses out of joint. The establishment wanted to retain the monarchy as it was, to boost William and Kate, and the media, the Daily Mail and the Telegraph in particular, fed those lines.
Well, I agree with everything until you said the last bit. I think that somebody in the palace decided to take them down a peg or two, and it went too far. Absolutely. But that's all his.
Whoever put all of this together, these are all of the clips that I have. Okay, so now this is the articles. Whoever did this did a good job, put all of them together. So this can very easily be debunked. Okay, I mean, at this point, Egg is an angel. That friend knows everything about Egg's whereabouts. Okay, so there's that. There's the laugh. Okay, oh Lord, William sent his aide just enough to help the Daily Fell against Harry's sister-in-law. When she had already won her case, William was the source of the Meghan made Kate cry story. William said he was concerned about his brother's mental health, among other things. My God, this is the thing that I'm saying. These people need to stay away from mental health organization, anything that has to do with mentality, because they love to inflict pain onto people. They're not happy if others are not miserable. Okay, the monarchy will never ever recover from these scandals. All the prestige went with the queen. It's over for the monarchy. Alright, queen was able to hold an illusion of empire through Commonwealth. Today, they all don't like national institution, but a clan that has outlived its usefulness. Okay, they're very unsavory people who engage in or resort to unsavory practices. William Tiff. Okay, I don't wanna. We see. I don't need to be the one repeating that. We know what we know. We see what we see. They all are baggage for God. That's all I could say. Next tweet. Okay, William is a snake who never had Harry's back. He's not an honorable person and is a horrible brother. Thank God Harry and Meghan left. As a malignant narcissist, Prince William is lucky he can hopscotch to kingship as his father's successor. Otherwise, in a different life, the sheer criminality and corruption that dwell within him will have landed him in a much different cage. That's for sure. I like the way she put that. Those are not good characters of future king if monarchy survives. Okay, I was trying to wait until I buy my copy, but you just piqued my interest. I'm buying it right now. Alright, so there's that. And looks like Ozempic Humpty Dumpty. Okay, Ozempic Humpty Dumpty. This is so. We've known this. Oh, there's that here. Alright, so that's Jodiva who tweeted that. Next tweet. These people cannot live in peace. Oh, what did I miss? Oh, I forgot the H. Did I put it right? Okay, so there's that. So we should just forget how you have treated Meghan. Endgame. So let's see here. Is there a date? So that was back in 2019. February 17, 2019. Tormenting Meghan Markle has become a national sport that shames us. Catherine Bennett. Okay, once she was a breath of fresh air, now media critics and experts are having a field day. So there's the headline here. 4 years ago. They all are baggage for God. I have a thumbnails. I actually, I think I call it the Gladiator. I don't think I call that video the Gladiator, but I put an image of the Gladiator in an arena, people fighting in the background. I think Princess Diana's image is on it, and there's Harry. You know, I was making reference to the Gladiator because these people are freaking, they take people's lives as games to them. Okay, let's read some of the comment. Okay, we're not feeling the shame because it's 4 years later and the abuse by the UK media continues. The media was despicable then and it's despicable now. Okay, she, Meghan, is still a breath of fresh air when they, the media, exist and the stench they have created for so long. Encountering someone like Meghan must be very difficult for them to deal with. They go wherever the profit is. Yeah, I mean, these people, they've been after money throughout their existence. They never had enough. Alright, let's go to the next tweet. They all are baggage for God. God needs to give them something to preoccupy themselves with. Alright, next tweet. On one hand, the toxic British media is asking Prince Harry to defend the other royals, and on the other hand, ask for Prince Harry to be roasted or bumped off. No one can make this stuff up. Alright, so let's see here. I can't speak for Charles, Camilla, William, or Kate, but if two close members of my family had spent the past few years trashing the rest of us on global media platform, the only way I'd want to spend Christmas with them is if they were human chestnut roasting on my open fire. Harry will do well to heed the warning of Dionysus, the tyrant who was left a broken man by his constant warmongering and got finally bumped off by his own fed-up family. Lord help us. Oh, God. Meanwhile, all these people that they're talking about are the one who's inflicting pain on Harry. Alright, so there's this here. This one is a more recent. I think it was from yesterday. Where's the date? Okay, November 27, yesterday, 2023. Harry must head out at cruel attacks on royals. Okay, so like they're calling Harry for help. I mean, Harry's minding his business. Okay, that's all the British media does. Make stuff up. Next tweet. Okay, I have two more left. My goodness, this is full-blown toxic. And then the worst thing is, they don't just, I'm talking about the UK tabloid. They don't just do some makeup things. They hit everybody. Anybody that they have at their periphery, they go after them. And the people in the UK, the citizen and all of them. All right, next tweet. Reading all the snippet from Endgame and laughing because, according to Royal Psycho Friend, they're supposed to be dignified, classy, perfect, and above a reproach. Yet they're nothing like that. It's like a rundown institution where pettiness and chaos rule the day. Yeah, they cannot live in peace. They have to have these nonsense, make up nonsense in order for them to feel better. Okay, let's see here. This is the screenshot. Elsewhere in the book, Scobie alleged both the institution and the family were still struggling to come to grip with the fact that Harry 39 and Markle 42 have found success in their endeavor after leaving the UK. This is what they did. They cut Harry's wing and they told him to fly. So Harry flew. He made the best of whatever he could. Okay, I've watched Kensington Palace and Buckingham Palace repeatedly get worried about being upstaged and derailed by the couple and leak negative information on Harry and Meghan during moments that could easily be focused on genuine royal news instead, the controversial journalist. Whew, my God. And the people are paying them millions and millions For what? To create nonsense, to stir up shit, to inflict pain onto Harry and Meghan. They wanted Harry to fail, but Harry did well with himself. Okay, this is why I believe every vile thing that is written about Harry and Meghan is coming from the palace. I have never seen a rotten family like this in my entire life. Someone just like that. Okay, British royal family in bed with British media and tabloid. Ratchet, dirty rotten scoundrels, lifetime freeloaders, that's for sure. Huge underachievers, big time scammers, pulling the wool over the eyes of British citizens for decades with ghetto life. The GIF, ghetto life. Okay, with grown up people, that upstage mentality is so childish. I'm telling you. All right, was that a retweet? No, he did screenshot. Next tweet. I have one more after this. Okay, so there's this here. Prince Harry is a better person than I am. If my family put me through the nonsense they put him and his wife through after his grandmother died, that family will never see me, my spouse, my children again. Harry gives that family far more grace than they have ever deserved. That's for sure. I remember seeing the video of this, Harry getting into the car. It's like, phew. And then you see Meghan's face just drain. It just drained the moment they got in the car. They were done. I lay all of their secrets while laughing. Me too. Whoever got this shot will keep a damn job. So much was said with no words said in this photo. Yeah. Yep. I never see Meghan's face like this. Never. Look at her face. Even Harry too. He was just done. But Meghan's face feel like it's just drained down. Just drained down. My God, they put her through hell. Why? Because she's so good human being. She does so well and everything she put her mind to, and they hated her for it. My God. Okay, that's this one I just read. Look at their faces. Shell shock, post-traumatic distress disorder, what servicemen experience in war. Okay, amen. Agree with you 100%. Much better people than I will ever strive to be. Love them for it. Alright. And Prince Harry reward his peace Meghan under direction of his Queen Camilla, telling Charles to off Harry and his family. YTX Royal Rat decided to rehash same old issues and book and wank lie Meghan friend or briefing him. None of them work in royal family or know their way around palace. So okay, crazy. Okay, the words are so crushed up. I could see he was running out of character, so he had to squeeze those stuff together. That's why sometimes the text, the font on Twitter mess my eyes up. Okay, he actually loves them. They just see him as someone to be used. In a way, yeah. Exactly, I completely agree. The grace he gives them. When I said the last time they would have seen or spoken to me would have been that funeral. His whole damn family is trash. Okay, they will never see or hear from me again. I hope he heals. Okay, all I know is this. Everyone is riding on Meghan's back, including Omid to some extent. Meghan better get a cut or Omid better donate to a charity. I'm tired of that island making their living on Meghan. Well, what is it? In a way, yes, but Omid, he worked for his money. That I know for sure. Omid could have easily jumped on the bandwagon on bashing her as well, but he took the high road. And the other thing as well is that, what was the thing? Omid works for his money, okay? All of the time that a lot of other things were happening, he could have been going and report, but he will tweet about that he'll be somewhere writing the book or whatever. And the other thing is, Omid better be careful with the information that the palace is giving him, because I truly believe, knowing the fact that because the institution, they don't like people who are being successful. Okay, so Omid have been successful on some of the things that he's done. Finding freedom, and possibly this book is probably gonna be doing well, so they will derail him. So so people could discredit him. They will give him false information to write about. Okay, so he needs. I didn't read the book, but when he's putting the things that the palace gave him, he better put it in some sort of a quotation who gave him those information in the book, because they want to derail him. They're leading him into a ditch, so people could say, oh, he's lying in the book, he's doing this. When you look at, for instance, was it in Finding Freedom, about the information, where Meghan called Knopf to set meeting with, to talk about Omid's book and all of that, and then some of the information that they gave him, Meghan gave Knopf to give to Omid. I believe something happened in between. They did not give Omid the exact thing that Meghan had given Knopf. Okay, so the institution love to meddle. Okay, stir up dirt into anything that's going smoothly. All right, so keep that in mind as you read anything coming out of the UK, because the institution wants to control everything, and they want to put some doubt on people's mind to say this is not true. They will give people false information, and then for people to not trust what is happening. But with I don't have the book, I don't think I'm gonna buy it. I did say I wasn't gonna buy Finding Freedom, but knowing how Omid was being pounding during his interviews, and I said, you know what, I'm gonna buy that book, make him earn that money, because I saw him, they were trying to throw him under the bus. But with the Endgame, what they say about, from what I've read on Twitter, about it was Princess Anne who told Charles to take Frogmore away. I doubt that. Okay, I doubt that this is what happened. It's either two things: Charles wanted to do it, and at the end of the day, it's his decision as well. He's the final say. Okay, it's either Charles wanted to do it or Camilla gave him that advice. These are the two options that I have. I don't think it's Princess Anne. Princess Anne doesn't give a shit. All right, she probably said, do whatever, you could use my name or whatever, because they know they are fine where they are. People's not gonna do anything to them. So Princess Anne doesn't give a shit. I don't think it's her who suggests something like that. Okay, and after the fact that her mother gave Harry that. Okay, I've read some comments saying that maybe she gave that advice to Charles so her kids, one of her kids, could get Frogmore or whatever. I doubt it. And I read in other tweets, I think it was one of my videos, someone from the UK, I don't know if it's true, I could easily go search into it, but I don't give a fuck. Okay, I don't care for me to research that, but I'm just saying what I read from one of my videos comment, saying that in Anne's estate, her kids built their own property within that estate. So I don't think Princess Anne will want Frogmore for her kids, because they already have whatever it is that they have. Okay, because Frogmore is like a downgrade to them. Why would they want that? And why would Princess Anne leave her business and out of nowhere to say to Charles, go take Frogmore? I don't think so. Okay, I'm not saying Omid wrote it, but it's the information. Who gave Omid that information? I'm treating this particular this story, the same way that I view with Knopf giving Omid information that Meghan had given Knopf. Okay, so the institution, throw Omid off on that one. Okay, but he has no choice but to write what they told him, because they're supposed to be honorable, be trustworthy. So he did the right thing, wrote what they told him, okay, to give us this information. But what I think happened here, knowing how the institution is, lies for unnecessarily. Okay, there's no reason to lie about many things, but they have to lie anyway. The minute they open their mouth, is lies that's coming out of their mouth. Alright, yep. Did I read that? All I know is this. Everyone is right. Okay, I read that. Yep. That is very telling photo. 100%. Are you a youngest child? It's harder for them. Alright, so there's that here. I mean, Harry shut his mouth. He was willing to play along with them, but they keep on interfering in his life when he's trying to move on. Everybody's having their own family, but for some reason, they didn't want him to have that. They wanted him to walk behind the other one who's throwing shit left and right, and Harry's supposed to pick up the shit that his older brother's doing. I mean, Harry wants a life for himself too. My goodness. Like I've said in other video, the moment Harry left his mother's womb, he was on his own. He breathed on his own. He has to eat on his own, meaning that even if they feed him, it is up to him to open his mouth or suck his mother's tits or, you know, swallow and all of that. This is his doing. So now he's an older man. He has to live his life. The others are living their lives, but they're throwing shades left and right, and they expect him, okay, to put up with the BS that they're throwing at him. I mean, how is that? I mean, at some point, this needs to be reversed, so these people should know and understand what people's going through. All right, so this is my last tweet here. Okay, then Meghan is blah, 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 blah. Meghan, blah, 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 was blah, blah, blah. Okay, me, Kate mumbles. Them, it's not her fault. Stop attacking Catherine. That is true. There's me responding about an hour ago. I know, right? The Rangers, the squad are laughing. Okay, LOL, that's an ad. Okay, I get a real kick out of quote, she hasn't been Kate in 10 years. Her name is the Princess of Wales. Oh, do they say that? Oh my god. Alright, so I'm done. These are extra here. I just finished the chapter on Kate 12, I guess chapter 12. And all I say is that once again the British media overreact and Emily Andrews is full of crap. Alright, the smear campaign failed. Okay, let's see here. 7 seconds.
A celebration of their service and the unrivaled power of sport to aid in their recovery.
That is true. They spend so much money to smear their name, but they rise above the occasion. Alright, just being themselves and do the right thing. People, true character, people who see, who understand true character of Harry and Meghan will support them.
I think it should make him look at his character and look at how he's behaved, for sure. I don't think he'll be worried at all, no.
It's your character that matters most. And
I think it should make him look at his character and look at how he's behaved, for sure.
Let's see here. Elsewhere in the book, Scobie alleged both the institution and the family were still struggling to come to grip with the fact that Harry 39 and Marco 42 have found success in their endeavor after leaving the UK. Yeah, I read this already in this video. So they cut his wing. They wanted him to fail, but he succeeded. And then the military, okay? What they did, this is what opens the US eyes. I don't know if Trump was in power, if this was gonna happen, but when what was it, the Remembrance Day, what year was that, 2020 or 2021, when he sent the wreath to be laid by the cenotaph, and they refused and they mocked him for it. They made a huge deal out of it, and you know, while they trashing Harry. Okay, so this is where the US come in and scoop Harry up and say, you one of us, you fought alongside us, you are one of us. Okay, that's the thing. Never leave a man behind. That's the motto of some of the military people in the US. So that's what happened here in the US. Okay, I followed the TIG, which taught me that Meghan is a marvelous addition to your life, Prince Harry fan. Okay, 6 years ago today. That's the engagement. I think yesterday was the anniversary when they announced their engagement. Okay, let's see here. Okay, who's that? Harry and Meghan. Diana is smiling today as you announce your engagement. I followed the TIG, which taught me, okay, so that's the same thing here, taught me that Meghan is a marvelous addition to your life, Prince Harry, and to the lives of ordinary people in Britain. Wishing you much happiness. That's nice. Who is this woman though? Well, Maureen, aka Richard Eden, thinks it was undignified of Meghan to attend the Power of Women event when it has nothing to do with her. A simple fact check will have shown Meghan is an alumni and has revived said award in the past. Probably received said award in the past. Well, these people, they're minding Meghan's has received said award in the past. Okay, so she correct herself here, not revived, received. Okay, Maureen is not very bright. Okay, I beg to differ. Did you say the Power of Women? Just saying. Okay, archetype. Oh my God, it didn't come this year. We missed archetype this year. It was even said during one of the red carpet interview that Meghan was an alumni. Okay, she does what she wants. Richard Eden should find a job. They want to control everything Meghan does, as if Meghan didn't have a life before. Does he think she just dropped by unannounced and they had to scramble to find her a seat one table over from Leo DiCaprio, or maybe she was invited? Yeah, I think it's undignified of that pillock to comment on Meghan's when her life is nothing to do with him. That's true. Okay, she literally got it last year but couldn't attend because Queen Elizabeth II died. Okay, these accolades for Meghan Markle are gonna keep adding on, and she'll continue to outshine them mediocre and lazy palace dwellers. Palace dwellers. Dude got his usual diligent word that he string together for profit. Okay, Rich, why does he care about what Meghan does? He needs her name to get attention from haters, and breaks my heart to see squaddies on this mention giving him her traction. All right, so that is it. I did all of the tweet that I wanted to share with you, so let's do a prayer. Prayer for God's protection and I don't know, good life came to me. Okay, Lord Jesus, you are the highest authority and there is no spiritual power above you. Therefore, I hide in you as you are my safe shelter. I'm confident that in submitting to you, no evil will ever be able to conquer me. Therefore, in your name, I trust you to send your messengers and protect me wherever I go. All right, so that is it. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. And I will try. Oh my God, I forgot. I need to put my vacation video together, see what I could share with you. All right, so that will be on Patreon. I just thought about that. All right, so that's it. Thank you for your support.
It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
You know, we ask for forgiveness and please come back.
As you saw me find the love and happiness that I'd hoped for all my life. together. And, if I may speak personally, we are all in this together. Because asking for help was one of the best decisions that I ever made. You will be continually amazed how life changes for the better.